Here we have verse 17 of the 6th chapter of the Gospel of John. We've just heard the report of the feeding of the 5,000 as reported by John, and then Jesus, in order to avoid the pressure from the crowd to actually take him by force and make him king, retires to a mountain, sending his disciples away, sending them across the sea in a boat. And he, of course, remains in the mountain praying. So we're well into the evening now, in fact, well into the night hours as the story unfolds, and Jesus is nowhere to be found, and the disciples are out in the boat. So we have the story picking up here. Kai, the word for and. Embontes, this is from embino. Bino means to go. The em is actually another form of the preposition in, which means in. And so in, going is the idea of it, or getting into, going into would be the notion. This happens to be the aorist active participle. It's masculine, plural, nominative, so it's referring to the disciples. The disciples, having gotten into eis, the preposition takes the accusative ploion, into the boat, erkonto. This is from erkomai, which can mean I come or I go. This is the third person plural imperfect active indicative. So having gotten into the boat, they were going. Paran, this is the preposition. It takes the genitive as we find it here. It means across. So across, then tes thalases, across the sea in the genitive case. Of course, referring to the Sea of Galilee. Eis, into, same as this, takes the accusative, into or toward. Capharnaum, the word for Capernaum. Kai, and again, scotia, the word for darkness. So darkness, telling us this is, of course, getting into the very late hours. A day, this is an adverb, it means already. Egegone. Egegone is from genomai. This is the third person singular pluperfect active indicative. The pluperfect is somewhat rare in the New Testament. When it is used, it usually requires, for translation purposes, incorporating some use of the word had in English. And so we would say, and darkness already had come to be. Genomai means to become, or I become. So darkness had already come into being. Kai upo, the adverb means not yet, and not yet. Eleluthe. This is also from erkomai. In this case, it's the third person singular pluperfect active indicative, referring in this case to Christ. So darkness had already come, and not yet had he come. Jesus, pros autus, to them. Of course, the use of the preposition pros is ordinarily incorporated when there's going to be some kind of motion, which would be the case here. So he had not yet come autus, to them. The pronoun here, masculine, plural, accusative, ho Jesus, the subject of this conversation. The whole point of the way the story is told is to heighten a sense of drama. They've gone off across the sea. Jesus has been left behind. He hasn't yet somehow or other joined them. They're in the sea, and of course there's a sense of wondering just exactly what is transpiring, what's going to be taking place, and obviously the rest of the story is going to be filling in that expectancy for us.